Jesus gives us some very, very challenging words today. First of all, he says he expects us to pray, to give alms, give money to the poor, and also to do alms deeds, to perform righteous deeds. And he expects us to fast. First side of the challenge. These are not optional things. These are practices. Sometimes you can call them spiritual disciplines, or you just can call it the way that we live. That's better, perhaps. In the way that we live, it's very clear that Jesus expects us to live a life of prayer. That Jesus expects us to live a life of almsgiving and alms deeds. Being generous in giving to the poor, being generous in our actions, in our deeds towards the poor. And Jesus expects us to fast. It's not an optional extra. It's very clear, actually, in the scriptures and in Christian tradition from the beginning until very recently. It's been very clearly stated that this is how the Lord expects us to live. We are to pray, we are to fast, and we are to give alms and practice alms deeds. There's a challenge for us. Next challenge is that when we do this, we don't do it in public to try to make people see how wonderful and how amazing and how holy we are. Wrong reasons. Wrong reasons. We do it for love of the Lord and for love of others. We can't do this in our own strength. We can't. Let's ask God for the grace, because it's only through grace that we can live this way. But let's ask God for the grace that we do indeed live this way, that we live lives of deep prayer. When we wake up in the morning, when we go to bed at night, during the day, in the middle, that we live lives of prayer. Speaking to the Lord, listening to the Lord, beholding the Lord, praising the Lord, worshiping the Lord, conversing with the Lord. Let's ask the Lord to give us that grace of a prayerful life. Let's ask the Lord to give us the grace of caring for the poor and expressing that care in our giving, including giving of finances, even sacrificially, and in giving our time in service. And lastly, let's ask the Lord for the gift of actually practicing, carrying out fasting in some way. And then let's ask the Lord for the grace not to do this for others, not to do this out of pride, as thinking that if we do this, we're earning God's love, or we're earning God's gift. No. We don't do it in order to earn God's love, but we do these things because we've received God's love, even though we don't deserve it. These things do not make us deserve God's love. Yes, we're called to do them, but they don't make us deserve God's love. Rather, we do them because we've received God's love, even when we don't deserve it. Let's ask for the grace to understand this and to live it out. Amen.
Let us all stand.